Oh, what up, y'all? We'll talk about today about starting on the 600cc Super Sport and why you should. I know y'all seen a lot of videos of saying why you shouldn't. Absolutely, positively not start on the 600. You can't do it. It's dangerous. It's crazy. You're an idiot if you get a 600. You're gonna crash, fall off, you're gonna kill yourself. Well, I did not start on the 600. I started on a Hayabusa. I took my course and I didn't ride a single thing until the following year when I bought this 07 Hayabusa. So when I hear that argument about you shouldn't buy a 600, I look at it like, yeah, whatever. They don't know what they're talking about. So why should you start a 600? Well, a lot of people feel like you should buy a 250 or a 300 to start out. Me personally, I think a 250 or a 300 is extremely slow. And which you might think is a good thing when you're a beginner, which is maybe the first few weeks. You're gonna grow out of it very soon. So if you buy a 250 or 300, you're gonna grow out of that thing way before the summer ends. So you're gonna come out a loss of money and of time. And those people say, well, you need that time. Need that time. You need that time and money to I like this guy. I'm gonna have a little fun. That's what I'm talking about. They say you need that time to learn your skills and grow into it, which I can understand is a logical argument, but I'll be honest with you, as somebody who has made the jump to 1300, I am so happy that I did not, I repeat, did not start on buy a 250, buy a 300 or a 600 or even 1,000, because you're going to outgrow that 250, 300 so incredibly quick, so quick. And you can be looking at everybody else with a 600 like, man, you know what, I probably should have bought that. You're not gonna ride that thing for a couple of years. You're not gonna get your use out of it in 2 years. You're gonna get your use out of that thing in a few months. So you're gonna be looking at, well, dang, I can handle this thing. So, and I know they say you need to develop your skills slowly. Well, I did that on a Hayabusa. I just took it slow. You know, I grew into it. And I didn't have to waste my time or my money on smaller bikes, knowing full well I was going to go up to a bigger bike anyway. I just had to take my time a lot more with it because it has a lot more power. You know, so if you're a beginner, I think a 600 is great. It has a lot of power, yes, but you can control it. It's not ridiculous. Heck, I had no previous motorcycle experience before I took my motorcycle class. I never rode dirt bikes when I was younger. I never did anything. And I made the jump successfully from a 250 during my class to a Hayabusa the next year. And I have not been down, not a single time. Hadn't fallen. And I'm not bringing that up to toot my horn. I'm just saying that I'm not exceptionally skilled at riding a motorcycle, and I did it. So that is a nice car. SS Chevelle, and he rides it like a champ too. I hate people who get sports cars and ride like a little punk. They gotta like to have some fun. But so when they say a 600 or 1,000 is too much for the streets, what the crap? Shut up. The people are pansies. Everything's too much for the streets. It ain't about. They act like you have to take a Hayabusa or a 600 and have it full throttle all the time. No. A I'm doing 25 miles an hour on the Hayabusa just fine with one hand. You know, gee golly, it is possible. I think, like I said before in my previous videos, a lot of them couldn't do it. And so they like to tell you that you can't do it. Because if a lot of you guys do start on 600s and realize that what they were saying is bullcrap, they're gonna look stupid. But hey man, I had a guy tell me, you know, I've been riding for years, man, blah, 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 this and that. You cannot just hop on a Hayabusa, man. You need years of experience to drive one of those. I had another guy tell me I wouldn't sell a Hayabusa to anybody without 5 years of riding experience. Well, 10,000 miles later, I started on Hayabusa and I'm riding fine. I mean, so I kind of blew all that argument out the water. And I don't think that I'm that exceptional of a case, because I know a few other buddies who did it. I think it's all about your mental state. You know, and if you feel like you can handle a 600, I'm pretty sure you can handle a Hayabusa. So, and it's not about, if you can, like I said, if you can drive a 250, you can drive a 600. It's all about your self-control. Are you going to try to push that baby to the max? So, so basically, I would definitely not waste my time buying a 250. I definitely wouldn't waste my time buying a 300. In all honesty, I wouldn't buy a 600, but for you guys who are thinking about a 600, that's what you're set on, do it. Go ahead. Just take your time. You'll be fine. A 600 has the capability of smoking a Vet, a Mustang. I've seen it go head to head with super sports cars, but it also has the capability of riding as slow as a scooter. It's all about what you want to do. You know, take your time with it. Be responsible, and you can handle a 600. You don't have to waste your time buying upgrades. You know, so that in essence is why I feel like you should buy a 600. I feel like you should start there. I mean, 250 have their purposes, I understand that. I'm telling you right now, for most of you cats who are like me, and you're wondering, use your turn signal, man. And you're wondering, man, should I buy a 600? I don't know, that's probably too much. Don't listen to those other guys, because you're gonna be pissed off. You're gonna be pissed off when you get sick of it. Go ahead, get that 600 and take your time. And you know what? You'll be satisfied with a 600 for a year or two. You'll be fine with it, because it's an adequate bike. It's got power, it's fast. You won't feel the same way about a 300. You will be sick of that baby. So I like to help out a lot of guys who don't know, like I didn't know, what you should do. And by the way, there's a motovlogger, you probably know who he is, I won't mention names. There's a motovlogger who kept preaching how you shouldn't buy a 600. How it's too much for the street, and you don't even need 1,000. You don't need a leader bike, blah blah blah. And the next thing you know, he bought a leader bike. I mean, I'm just being real. All those guys will tell you you can't handle a 600, you can't handle a leader bike. Those are guys who they couldn't handle a 600. They couldn't handle a leader bike. You know yourself. So I said, go and do the dang thing. Listen to them punks. I didn't, and I'm extremely happy with my choice. Extremely happy. So that's it, and I'm gonna talk about leader bikes next, but you gotta watch that video for yourself. Deuce it up.